Why do you use older models and routes when newer content is out? Well, the way I figure it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What YouTubers do you watch? Well, if we're talking just Thomas-related ones, I do love NWR 1991, Wild Nor'Wester, Diesel D199, Enterprising Engine 93, and quite a few others whose names skip me. If we're talking non-Thomas ones, I do rather like Looper, Film Theory, Game Theory, Super Carlin Brothers, and again, just quite a few. Cracked as well. I do love those guys. They're very, very good. Did you think that you'd ever get this type of response when you first started the channel? No, definitely not. I was so convinced that my channel would go unnoticed by everyone that I almost considered at one point just straight up not doing it. But as I've said multiple times, as I'm probably likely to say many more times, thank you all very much for proving me wrong. What first got you into Thomas and Friends? That's probably the toughest question on my list, actually. I really have no idea. My love of Thomas the Tank Engine, I've treated it like the sky. I've always accepted it was there, but I've never really questioned why it was there. Yeah, I really have no idea at what point I began to love it, and I likely never will. And to be honest, I don't really care. Do you like real trains as well? Yes, I do. I really love looking at them. I always get a kick out of watching a goods train go by. If you're asking, specifically, what's my knowledge of trains, extremely limited. That's for the simple fact that, well, I'm kind of not really interested in what class of engine I'm looking at. If it looks good, I'll take a closer look at it. I know that sounds pretty shallow, but that's just who I am. Who is supposed to be whose counterpart between this series and the Tugs cast? Thomas is 10 Cents, Edward is Hercules, Toby is OJ, Henry is Big Mac, Eric is Warrior, Gordon is Top Hat, Percy is Sunshine, Whiff is Grumpus, Diesel is Zoran, and Adam is Zach. Yeah, I was reading that last bit of a script. I couldn't remember them all offhand. Those are the more clear-cut comparisons. The rest of them are either composite characters or just their own individual ones. Obviously I couldn't copy and paste every single character trait and every single character from Tugs to my series for obvious reasons. I sometimes get the feeling, am I straying too close to copyright infringement as it is? But yeah. Are you planning to add any series original / exclusive characters to the cast? If you're talking, will I be including my own models? Will I be crafting models to specifically put in my series? No. For the simple fact, I don't have the necessary skill set to make a trains model. I don't know how hard it is or how easy it is. I've never really thought about doing it, so I'd have to say no. In terms of maybe original and exclusive characters, I think maybe the closest I'll get to is maybe renaming certain characters. As you've assuming that you've watched my Ghost video, I have introduced Lady into my series, but I've called her Kate. Yeah, if you want a more thorough explanation, go watch the video now. Who's your least favorite engine or engines, and why? My least favorite engine, yeah, it is singular. I only have one least favorite engine. That would have to be Daisy. And the reason why is probably going to sound a little strange, but growing up in my house, there was a very, very, very strong emphasis on the benefits of hard work. And one thing that did always seem to resonate with me, or one that I think resonates with me in hindsight, is just how lazy Daisy seemed to be. How she was always trying to get out of doing work. And yeah, I know that'll sound strange, but yeah, that's probably it. how much of a bludger she was. That's what we call them here in Australia, bludgers, anyone looking to get out of work. What's the best and worst thing or things about trains? The best thing by far is the sheer quality and quantity of models, routes, objects and other assets available. I can tell you what, I never would have ever thought that you could recreate the island of Sodor and its characters so faithfully in a computer game, but this was absolutely incredible. If you were to ask me what the worst thing was, a year ago I would have said the inability to change the engine's faces whilst in driver mode, but that was before I switched to Trains A New Era, and now I don't have a single bad thing to say about it. Like, Trains A New Era, it's a far superior product to anything else I've used. It's just so much faster, and thanks to the inclusion of being able to change the engine's faces while in driver, I was able to speed up the production of my episodes by an enormous amount, so that's what I think is the best thing about it. What interests do you have other than Thomas and Tugs? I do enjoy creative writing, actually, specifically doing fantasy writing. I'm not published or anything. I just do it as a side project in between making these videos. I also enjoy walking, doing obstacle courses, and pretty much just being active. Also, I do like video gaming as well. I'm not a serious hardcore online gamer. I've never really been interested in that sort of thing. I'm also not as serious a gamer as I used to be. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. But my favorite video game at the time of this video would have to be The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Although I am super excited to see what Shadow of War is going to be like. At the time of this video, they just released the gameplay trailer about a week or so ago, and I think I've watched it about 5 more times since. Would you do a behind-the-scenes video of making episodes? I never actually thought about doing that before this question was posed, but now that I think about it, yes, I would, and I think I will. When I'll do that, who's to say? What movie maker do you use? I use Coral Video Studio X7. It's a really good program. It's very robust, very user-friendly, very intuitive, and very powerful. Because 10 Cents is a character in your series, does that mean Tugs takes place in the same universe as Stories of Sodor? If so, then will 10 Cents ever mention other Tugs characters? Does it take place in the same universe? Yeah, that's actually a really tough one for me to answer. To be honest, the reason why I put 10 Cents into my series was because it was just too good of a model to not include, and also, yes, it was a deliberate nod to it being, my series being so heavily influenced by Tugs. So, does it take place in the same universe? I think that's kind of like rehashing the age-old debate about whether Tugs actually took place in the same universe as Thomas the Tank Engine, given that the creators the original creators collaborated on both series. So I'll leave that up to you. I really can't answer that.